Welcome back. This is lecture series of Theory of Abrasive Machining for autumn semester 2020 at IIT Kharagpur. I am giving you lecture number 1.2F. So this 1.2A to F, each one of them, they are small videos, each one of around 10 to 12 minutes length. And here I am trying to convey how to estimate material removal rate in different machining processes. Why am I doing that? Because kinematically, some of the machining processes have similarity with different grinding processes. Already I have demonstrated that slab milling and plant surface grinding, kinematically they are equivalent. So if you know how to estimate material removal rate in one, you would also be able to estimate material removal rate in the other one. In the previous video, that is 1.2E, we have given you the concept of average feed or true feed in case of milling, particularly face milling, and we have demonstrated whether the generalized approach of VCS and T can be used or not, and I have shown can be used. Now let us see that in a numerical problem. For this numerical problem, let us get two solutions. What are those two solutions? Those two solutions would have two approaches. One approach would be very simple. One approach would be projected area into feed rate. Another approach would be something like this. What would be the other approach? Other approach, so let us call this as approach number 1, and this is the approach number 2. This is VC into S average into T divided by a constant, maybe K. What is this K? This K tells you by what fraction of time you machine. Is it half of the time you are machining, 1/4 of the time you are machining? So this K decides that. So using these two approaches, we will see how to solve the numerical problem. Let us have a look at the problem statement. So here you have a job. The width of the job is, this is the width of the job B, which is 80 into √2 millimeter, which comes out to be 113.14. But while doing calculation, assume it to be 80 into √2 or 80 √2. Diameter of the cutter is 160 millimeters. So earlier what we have done in the earlier problem, we assumed that the width of the job and the diameter of the cutter were same. That is not the case in the present case. They are different. However, this is a symmetric milling. Meaning what? Meaning that exit angle and entry angle, they are numerically same. It means one more thing. The axis of the cutter and the symmetrical line of the job, they are coinciding. What else? This is once again a fly milling cutter or one cutting edge that we have shown in the previous video. This kind of industrial cutting milling cutters are available. Feed is 0.2 millimeter per tooth, which happens to be 0.2 millimeter per revolution. Why? Because Z equal to 1. S Z is S into Z, which is 0.2 into 1. So that becomes 0.2 millimeter into revolution. Axial depth of cut is 5 millimeter. So depth of cut is 5 millimeter. Another interesting thing is that VC has been taken as pi meter per second. That means roughly 3.1415 meter per second. But when you are doing calculation, do it as pi because it will cancel out. Somewhere it will cancel out. Now let us see how to solve this particular problem. So VC being pi meter per second, first it gets multiplied by 60. So it becomes meter per minute. Then it gets multiplied by 1000 to become millimeter per minute. That is equal to pi dn, where d is in millimeter. So this basically becomes this pi and this pi cancels out. the numerator becomes 60,000, that gets divided by 160, what is the diameter of the cutter, and you get a RPM of 375. Once you get the RPM, you get feed rate SM, with which the job is approaching is in this direction. This SM is 0.2 into 1. This is S, this is fly milling cutter, 1 cutting edge Z into 375. So that calculation shows it is 75 millimeter per minute. So material removal rate becomes T into B into SM. So this becomes your material removal rate. This gets divided by 60 because this was in meter per minute. I want to calculate in millimeter cube per second. So this is getting divided by 60. This approach can be implemented 1:1, as I said earlier, in vertical spindle surface grinding with two different kinds of tables. One is a reciprocating table, another one is a rotary table. In both of them, they can be used with slight modifications. So this is the first approach, projected area into feed rate, and by that approach we get a value of 500 into √2 millimeter cube per second. How do I do the second approach? Second approach was finding out average feed. So to do that, we have to first find out how much is the entry angle and how much is the exit angle. They are numerically same because this is symmetrical milling. So to do that, this is the formula, this sine entry angle sine, so that is perpendicular B by 2 divided by hypotenuse. So D by 2, using that, if you plug it in here, you will get a formula of pi by 4. So your entry angle is -45 degree and exit angle is +45 degree. This is a numerical solution that we have done. Then the average feed is calculated as SI d psi I integral between -pi by 4 to +pi by 4, which is nothing but cos psi I, and if you numerically estimate, this becomes the equation 2√2 by pi into S, where S is 0.2 millimeter per tooth. It is not second, it is feed. How can you do the numerical calculation? You can use it, or you can use a small website if everything is in your hand, so you can do that. So that there is one such website. I am not having any positive bias to this, but I found this is very easy. Instead of, this is a normal very simple integration, but complex integration can be calculated, and with that you can get that value. Now you have to put that in the equation, VC into S average into T. So VC is equal to 1000 pi 0.2, there is into 5, and this 2√2 by pi is coming here, 2√2 by pi is coming here. So this S is getting replaced here, 5 is getting replaced here, 5 is this particular 5, and VC equal to 100 pi. Now the interesting thing is that, what is this number? The insert or the cutting edge in a single revolution rotates by 2 pi radian. Now how much of it is cutting? It is cutting from -45 degree to +45 degree, that is -pi by 4 to +pi by 4. So it is cutting for pi by 2 rotation. So 1/4 of the time it is machining. So 4 is appearing in the denominator, and if you do the simplification, you will get once again 500√2. So my point is, whether you are using the normal approach 500√2 or you are using the approach which is average feed approach, both of them would be useful. So from this video, what is your takeaway? You take away with the concept of average feed Another takeaway is this vertical spindle surface grinding. There also a similar approach can be used for calculation of material removal rate. So in these 6 small videos, each of around 10 to 12 minutes or 15 minutes maybe, what we have done, we have covered how to estimate material removal rates in different machining process. In video 1.2b possibly, I have also shown how to estimate material removal rate in plant surface grinding. So before attending the next class, you should go through these videos, take appropriate notes and prepare yourself well. Some of the fallacies also I have discussed. The fallacy of drilling. There VC, S and T can be used provided you replace VC with VC average. Even in milling, VC, S into T can be used provided instead of S you use average feed, because feed varies along with the instantaneous position of the cutter. Further, in milling, we do not, in end milling, in peripheral milling, in slab milling, in face milling, in none of them we machine for the one complete rotation of the spin of the cutting edge. So if it is machining only 20% of the time, then something has to account for that, and possibly if it is 20%, 5 will appear in the denominator. If it is 25%, 4 will appear in the denominator. So that has to be taken into account. So these 1.2a to 1.2f hopefully would refresh your memories of treatment of material removal rate in your undergraduate classes, and it would also introduce you to estimation of material removal rate in grinding. Now you might ask me why material removal rate is so important. There are 2 things. If you remove your material faster, your boss would be happy because your productivity will go up. This is a very straightforward answer which has got techno-economic significance. If your material removal rate is high, your machining or grinding time would be less. But material removal rate is also a very important term which knowledge of which is required to estimate what is called specific cutting energy in machining and specific grinding energy in grinding. So for estimation of these responses or characteristics which are very important in grinding, we need to know how to estimate material removal rate in different grinding operations. We will go towards that and grinding operation classifications in our next video. That would be taken in online mode. Thank you so much for your attention.